The next move that we're going to do is the hip drop. I like this one best because this is a real Egyptian move. That we need to use the up part of the hip as the preparation and count and feel the down. So I always talk about the down part as like the dum part, the real dum, and the up part is the tuck. So when you're listening to rhythm, really be sure to feel that you're really dropping down and you're bringing your hip right down to the earth. So the preparation would be the hip up and then the dum down. So again, don't drop your heel down like we were doing in the previous lesson. We always keep our heel up and we concentrate on the hip going down and down and down and down and down, and keep your knees soft and bent. Your opposite glute on the opposite side that you're working, so for example we're using our right hip down, we keep our left glute quite tight so that you're concentrating just on that one side. And let's take it over to the opposite side, swapping sides and preparation and drop 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 and drop. And notice that your heel is staying up, your opposite glute is quite tight, and you're contracting up, down, so down, so dum, dum. So try and work on the beat, that when your hip drops down, that it's working on the down part of the beat. Dum, 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 dum. And let's do 4 on each side, taking it to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, change, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back over to the other side and we're going to do a double. So remember, it needs to come up for preparation and drop down. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 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 take it over to the other side, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. Let's take our hip drop forward and back. Now there's a lot of different steps that you can do when you're moving forward and back. One thing that you need to remember is, again, don't take a really big step. The bigger your step, the harder it will be to do your hips. So if we're going to move it forward, I like to work within the rule of that the heel of the foot that you're moving forward is not much further than the big toe on your opposite leg. So let's have a look at that. So we've got the right foot forward and then the left foot just a little bit further back. So when you're bringing your hip forward, you don't have to move so much. So let's bring the heel up again. Preparation with the heel up and down, and bring it back and down and bring it forward. And you're going to feel like you've got a little half count as it comes back. So 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Remember, don't keep your knee straight. Your leg is still slightly bent. And let's take it over to the other side. And 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Your dominant side might feel a bit stronger in going down. There you go. That's 4 and change, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's go back to the single hip drops. 1, stop, and 1, change, 1, change, 1, change, 1, change, 1, change. And let's do a double. And down, down, change, down, down, change, down, down, change, down, down, change, and one more. And that's the end of your hip drop section.